Hey you guys, it is that time, pick a story, wherein one of these decks should be a story for you. So I'm going to hold each deck up to the camera, and hopefully if it's resonating with you, there's a story in it for you. So now, is your energy resonating with deck number one? Could your story be here? Or is your energy, your story here in deck number two? Okay. Or could your story be here in deck number three? Is that resonating with you? Okay, you guys, I hope you made your choices. We'll go ahead and begin with deck number one. So we have here the Star, Four of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Lovers, Ace of Swords. We have Justice, Six of Wands, Three of Coins. Okay, and this deck, I've mentioned it before, but just in case again, it is the Fountain Tarot. The Fountain Tarot. Okay, so I feel that something is being karmically adjusted, balanced. There was an imbalance somewhere. There is a need to work together in regards to a situation that you might be going through here. I feel that someone right now maybe, it's like they're putting in all the work. There's also, I'm seeing like a missing piece of the puzzle too, in regards to completing a project. So something you could be working on in regards to a work situation. It's like, I don't know, like if you work in groups, or if you have, one of those jobs where you have to work in teams, I just kind of feel like you need one more person, one more opinion, or someone has like the idea to bring everything together. And it could be you. You might be the one that knows how to piece everything together. There's unfinished business here with this energy too. So if you are in a relationship, there could have been some things that were put on the back burner. I feel like everybody's trying to figure out a way to make everything whole again, because things seem like maybe they have been separated. And a lot of times too, this could be because of some sort of tower moment, and now it's time to rebuild, start over, or start from scratch. I do see you getting the support that you need to complete a task. If you feel that you have been wronged in any type of way at work or in your personal life or in your love life, this is justice being restored. I feel like you may have put out a lot of support and positivity on your end, but you didn't get it back. So now it's kind of like being aligned for that to happen now. I also feel that if you are going through any legalities, that you're going to worry about it. It's something's going on within you where sometimes you have doubts that something isn't going to turn out in your favor. But at the same time, you know it is. But you still get worried about how things are going to turn out. The star is here to remind you that whatever it is that you've been praying for, wishing for, will come to pass. You know, it might not be packaged the way you thought it would. It might not unfold the way you thought it would. So let's say you have been praying specifically for some sort of job. And you're like, I really wanted this particular job. You know, I really wanted it. I feel like it's for me. You know, I know that's the job for me. It could be that you think you know what you need, but the universe knows better. So it could be that you interviewed for something and then you hear back from these people and they're like, you know, we want to move forward with you. However, we thought you would be better fit in this position. It pays XYZ. How do you feel about that? It's like, yeah, okay. Like I didn't know that was even open. So I feel like there's this opportunity being given to you that you didn't even know existed. If you really were connecting with someone romantically, you had your heart set on this person. You're like, oh, I know this is the person for me. I'm just waiting for things to play out. I just feel like this is saying that if it is not the person that you thought it would be, you're going to receive an even bigger blessing. You might feel like, who would be better than this person? This person. So I feel like there's no need for you to worry, but you're probably going to worry about it anyway. Your faith, something's going to happen too that restores your faith in in prayer, restores your faith in manifestation, restores your faith in astrology, whatever type of belief system you had. If you had some sort of disbelief at some point, your faith is going to be restored. I just feel like you're going to receive like a huge sign or a blessing, or like your ship is coming in here. I also feel that this is almost like, oh, that bee got in here today. You guys, that's my spirit animal. But I also feel like this is something about a signal that was sent out or has been sitting out. Like this is you somewhere down here in the trenches and you've been praying and manifesting, and this is finally some spirit being, some angel, somebody that can make it work, finally getting to your prayer and getting ready to manifest that. Now also on the mundane, I'm seeing this as someone being at a distance from you. You may be having some sort of connection with someone who's at a distance from you. I'm also getting telepathy here. Someone may be trying to send you telepathic messages and you just kind of ignore it, or you're just kind of melancholy about it because it's like, it's, you know, I see the message, I get it, but right now it's just a thought, you know. Until something is put into action, then I'll pay attention to it, or maybe I'll take it more serious. Yeah, I'm looking at this bird here. I feel like someone's definitely been trying to signal you or trying to get your attention. There's also a need for you to really just kind of isolate yourself from other opinions to get some clarity on things yourself. There's something that you're needing to figure out yourself here. You might be the one who has placed someone on hold so that you could think about it. You're like, hey, you know, I'm not sure if that's what I want anymore. I don't know. I think I might want something different. I don't know. So if someone had kept you waiting because they couldn't make a decision, now you might be in a position where you're like, I don't even know if that's what I wanted anymore. Something was revealed to me. I don't know if you're the best person. You know, that's I need to see results, and I haven't seen any results, so I don't know. You might even be the one putting like a job offer, some sort of blessing comes to you, and you're like, let me think about it. Like the universe is trying to gift you something, and you're just like, let me think about it. I do see that spiritual contract though. There is some sort of spiritual contract. And I do feel like there is an alignment. You're having to be aligned with this person or this energy, this job, but things just aren't right yet. Things aren't right. They have to be adjusted. I don't know what this adjustment is. It might be an adjustment in someone's mindset. Someone is definitely in their head about something. I see like someone's fears is getting ready to overcome them. Someone is getting ready to be submerged in fear. Someone's imagination is getting ready to run wild if there's no response, or if there's no, if something doesn't come into fruition. I just feel like someone's really going to start panicking about something because you're in a dark. And it's like when you're in a dark, you don't know what to expect. It's like you're walking through a haunted house and everything is heightened right now. Your sensitivity might be heightened right now. Because you don't know what to expect. It's like you've heard nothing from this career, this job. You've heard nothing from your friend. You've heard nothing from a love interest. You might have filled out an application for something that you really need an answer to. But because you're not getting a response, you're starting to feel like you're out of options. Now, we do have the Lovers here, so this is indicating that for some of you, this is awaiting choices in love, fearing that you're not going to be picked, fearing that if the ball is in your court, that you're going to make the wrong decision. You're being asked to just trust your intuition. You're being guided. I feel like you're being guided. The star is guiding you. The star is protecting you here. Whether the star is your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors. There's no need to rush in deciding whether or not you want to move forward with something because it's already yours. I feel like this has already been claimed. This is also, you already have claimed something in 4D, 5D, and it's already been approved by the higher ups. I feel like you've already got the stamp of approval. And now it's just a matter of manifesting in 3D, in the physical world. You could also be involved with a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, or Capricorn, or maybe even Leo. I get too that someone has some sort of insecurities or fears. Someone doesn't know how to talk. Someone doesn't know how to communicate. I feel that like if this is a love interest, from their perspective, they view you as someone they want to connect with, but they don't know how to proceed for whatever reason. This person is afraid that they're going to say the wrong thing, afraid that they're going to be judged. They think you're going to judge them about something. Or if this is your energy, you're fearing speaking out of fear of judgment or being crucified about something. There's a need for you to just be biased yourself. There's a need for you to be able to step outside of a situation before making a judgment. But we do have communication here. We have clarity. We have answers. So you are going to receive communication. You are going to finally make a decision. I feel like it's going to be a fair decision if you're waiting for any type of legalities. If you're waiting on that job offer, maybe you already got offered the job, but then you started negotiating salary. And then you didn't hear from them and you started saying, oh my God, did I ask for too much? Did I come off too cocky? Did I do this and that? And it's just like, no, you know, they got other things to do. Other things are going on. It ain't even about you. They got other projects that they're working on. That's another thing I'm getting too. Someone has been busy with projects. Someone's been very busy with projects that need to be completed. So I don't know if you feel like someone put you on hold, but I'm feeling like someone needed to complete something in their personal life before moving forward with you. Maybe they're giving closure to an old relationship. Maybe they're getting closure within themselves, something that they were going through personally. Maybe it's having to do with work or travel. I'm seeing someone too who's deciding to become an architect. I get the energy of someone who's either an artist, like the career path. If you're having a hard time deciding about your career path, I feel like many of you have a gift that either has to do with art, sculpting, like architecture. I'm also getting someone who is gifted with their voice, their speaking voice. I'm not really getting so much singing. It's more so about communicating. You might be somebody who communicates about love. You might be someone who motivates people, who maybe has anxiety. I'm getting someone who maybe has some sort of healing abilities, like you need to touch people to feel them, to help them. Maybe you are someone who can read people's energies really well, and that's something that you need to be directed towards. You might be someone who gives people clarity in some type of way. But the star is showing someone who has a gift that needs to be shared. Some of you are hesitant about that. Like, if this has nothing to do about love, there's a need for you to assist people who are afraid to talk about their problems. I see people who have secrets, people who don't know how to open up or express themselves. I see you being able to help these people do that. You might be someone who can help people clear energy or cut cords. There's a need for you to focus on that. Let me look at the star. Somebody's been having a lot of dreams too. You've been receiving messages in your dreams. But the dreams are hard to remember or hard to see. So I feel like someone maybe has some sort of resistance. Someone has been trying to control their destiny when they just need to relax and let go of any type of power struggles. You may be resistant to some sort of changes. You may be resistant to opening up. I just feel like there is a need to relax. You also might need to humble yourself some type of way. Whether you are not a meditating person or a praying person, I just feel like there's a need for you to figure out what your personal relationship with Source is. You are also being prepared for some sort of changes. There's something that Spirit wants you to do or carry out that you are fighting against. And I'm going to tell some of you now, and this is not for everybody, this part, but for some of you, that thing is to have a child. And I feel that some of you are resistant towards that. Like you don't want children, or you're not, but this is part of your karmic contract. Maybe you forgot. And remember, I've been seeing like a spirit child coming through for some of you. I think somebody, or maybe a couple of you are out there that's supposed to be a spirit vessel for a child. You're the vessel that they need to come through. You are the mother that they have chosen. You agreed to this here. You agreed to it. But now, because it's not playing out the way you thought it would, you're like, like I don't want a child, or I don't want any more children. But this is something that you're supposed to do. I feel like there's a need for you to surrender to this gift that the universe is offering. Now, others of you, this is a gift of some sort of psychic ability that you're refusing to use. You're avoiding it, or you're in denial of it. But this is something that you're supposed to do. I also get the energy of someone who is fighting their desires with you. Someone may be, the both of you, it might be mutual. You guys both have this strong sexual desire for one another. Maybe you think like you shouldn't be thinking like that, but I feel like the star is saying, no, this is natural. This is for you. And it's funny I'm seeing this because like I was just listening, for those of you that study astrology, I was just listening to the story of this nakshatra, Kritika. And just to break it down really short, because I don't remember the story by heart, is still new to me. But it's like a mythology thing. And there was this child that needed to be born because this child was going to be like a warrior. And it was the only child that was supposed to defeat like this monster, or this evil deity or whatever. No one could defeat this deity except for this child. And it was predicted by the monster, out of arrogance, that no one shall defeat him but the child of such and such. And this child wasn't even born yet. It was just something that he just said, kind of like a prophecy. So what happened was that the person that was supposed to impregnate this lady, like the wife of this god or whatever, I'm messing it up, but the wife of the god, she couldn't get pregnant by him, so they had to take his seed and put it in someone else. And she was real jealous of the fact of that because she wanted to have her own husband's child. She didn't want someone else to have this man's child. But they ended up having to, the only God that could hold this child was like this six-headed, I don't know, it's not a demon, but it was like a six-headed being. I just call it a being. And the child was given to them. They all raised this child. It was like a community seed or community birth. And they all took part in raising this child. And that child's mission was to, and I said mission, you guys know I've been hating that word lately, but since we're using it in mythology, it's okay. But yeah, this child's mission was to destroy this monster. And that was the purpose of it. So I said that to say that for some of you, it could be that you are supposed to give birth to a very special child, put it that way. Maybe this child is the next Steve Jobs. Maybe this child is the next person to bring enlightenment to people. Maybe this child is the person that invents something great for all people. You know, you never know. So I just kind of feel like that is part of the story. I'm going to just briefly look at 9 of Swords and then move on to deck number 2. I also see someone who's afraid to use their gift. They've been trying to block it. So yeah, the 9 of Swords, someone is trying to, like I said, approach you, or you want to approach someone, but it's like fear. Like, I don't know how to open up. It's either they have trust issues, you have trust issues. I feel like it's something about fear of being judged about something. But this is a soulmate. I also feel like I said they've been trying to talk to you through dreams. Someone has been keeping watch of you, or you them. If you're not the one watching someone at a distance, then someone's watching you. There needs to be some sort of healing. I almost want to say if someone disappeared, they have not let you go. I'm not going to tell you to hold on to that energy though. You know me. I'm just like, hey, you do you. Keep your options open. You know, if it's fine to have all the synchronicities and confirmations, but if nothing is manifesting from it, then it's best to just move on from that. Because there will be someone else that's aligned from you if someone doesn't want to put in the work, or if someone doesn't want to do their job or whatever. And that's a message for you too. Don't keep a job waiting for too long. I mean, if you do, it doesn't matter, because it's another one that is in the works for you if you decide to pass up. But there is something purposeful about what is getting ready to happen, or this decision that has to be made. It's going to lead to something purposeful. So yeah. Those are the energies for deck number 1. Let's go ahead and move on to deck number 2. We have the Emperor, Death, 9 of Wands, Temperance, 3 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, Page of Wands, 2 of Wands. Okay, so I feel like some of you may have been very focused on your work, or very focused on you, very focused on your health. This is just someone who it has their head buried and they're perfecting something, or this is someone who is just caught up into the everyday routine of life here. I almost feel too like that you've been so busy with something that you did not even recognize that something has been manifesting right before your eyes. I'm just looking at this spider web here. This person, I bet they didn't even realize that a spider built a whole home in front of them. So I feel like something's going on with you where something has manifested, but to you it's invisible, or it's so subtle that you didn't even notice. So something has been taking place while you've been focusing on one thing. Something else has been developing. I also feel like maybe someone's been kind of looking at some sort of plans, or some sort of plans have been developing. This looks like a drafting board to me. And remember I mentioned, oh, well, that's if you looked at deck number 1. I mentioned architect, or someone who does some sort of drafting. I feel like someone is like literally drafting something out. Maybe you're drafting your vision, revisiting or redrafting your vision board. Maybe it is something artistic. Maybe you've been building a home. Maybe you're adding another room to the home. Maybe you're drafting out plans in a relationship. Especially, I just see someone who has made a decision here. They've been looking at something. Someone was at a crossroad and they were like, okay, which is best for me? And all of a sudden, someone became motivated and decided to move forward. There's something still kind of naive about what's happening. I feel like someone felt like they needed to get their shit together, or whether this is you or someone else. I also feel like if you have just started some sort of job, it's like you are learning. You're starting off either in an entry-level position, or it's like you're new at the company. You're still developing a routine. You know, you're still getting in a groove of your schedule. It's like it's all still new to you. But it's like you did put an effort in to move forward with something. Now it's your intentions to perfect whatever it is that you have started doing. It could even be a hobby. Maybe you just started your own business, especially since we got the Emperor out. So here with the Emperor, you know, he likes to watch people at a distance. Again, this is kind of same energy. This is someone who likes to watch at a distance, and they don't really do anything until they're ready. However, I do feel like the Emperor made a move, but maybe something was a dead end. So there's a need to re-strategize here. And I feel like someone is humbling themselves. This person looks humbled by their pain. They're like, they needed that to happen. I almost feel like if something's going on with you where you were ghosted, at some point, someone is coming towards you in a humble way, and they've been planning on it for a while. It could be that someone made the wrong decision in love, but it's like they had to learn. They had to learn. And after, you know, experiencing some things or going through the motions, you know, someone came to the realization that maybe they put a lot of work and effort into something that was a dead end. Remember, you guys, I think a couple of weeks ago, I was talking about something in regards to the grass looks greener. on the other side. Maybe somebody found out that the grass was not greener. It could be too that, you know, you thought this new job was going to be better, or you thought owning your own business was going to be better, and then it just fell through. Something, I feel like someone's plans fell through. Someone saw that it just wasn't going to go anywhere. So you may be healing right now. You might be, you know, in a state of recovery here. There may be a need for you to overcome some sort of disappointment, or, well, with the Nine of Wands, usually this is someone who's been through a lot emotionally. So you might have to recover emotionally, or a love interest, or, you know, like I said, if something didn't turn out right with a job, it's like you had to, maybe you immediately quit. Maybe you stepped into a leadership position. You were like, I bit off more than I can chew. This is too much. I'm not ready. And so it's like you felt like you had to humble yourself. You're like, oh my God, I'm sorry, I apologize. That was not, you know, maybe I shouldn't have done that. But you're learning. I also feel like some of you could be dealing with Aries, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn. Those are the strongest signs coming out. I feel too there's a need to kind of fix something or temper a situation. Something could have been two extremes, and now you're having to temper this energy. Yeah, for some of you too, I hate to say it, but it almost looks like, okay, there's a couple of things going on if you're an entrepreneur. Either you may have to put yourself back into the workforce, a 9-to-5 for a time frame, or you're having to rebrand your business or restructure it. Especially if you're like absolutely just not going back out to work. There's something that you need to do to go back to the drawing board. Yeah, I feel that there's a need for you to focus on your income, your finances. I feel too like I think there's a business partner for you. I think you're trying to do something alone, and it's not meant for you to do it alone. I think you need assistance, but you don't really want to ask for help, or you really, I don't know. I feel like you really wanted to do something by yourself. Maybe there's something that you have completed on your own, and you've taken something as far as you can on your own, but now there's a need to combine talents or to combine forces. And I did get the Three of Pentacles in the first reading. I don't know if you guys are watching both. But the Three of Pentacles, someone may be like the missing piece of the puzzle, or you need something that they have. You need their talent and they need yours. This needs to be a combined effort. Especially if you are some sort of healer. Like it's meant for you maybe to have a partner. And you don't really even need to go out looking for a partner. I feel like this is more so for those of you where this is already in the making. Like I said, something's been happening, you don't even realize it. Someone is already on their way to you. There could have been some sort of detour or delays. But yeah, I feel like someone is coming towards you, even if you aren't looking or thinking about that. And it doesn't even have to be, you know, romantic. It could be a blossoming friendship where you and this person have different things to offer to one another. Someone is the creative force, someone is the business force. Yeah, it's something going on where I just feel like there's going to need to be a group effort to make something manifest or to give stability to something. Something doesn't yet have stability. Let me look at the Death card here. I almost feel like someone was headed towards a relationship and got cold feet because of their trust issues or their fear of commitment. Someone may have been used to being single. Someone may have got stuck in that mindset where I don't need a man. Someone may have been just trying to do something on their own, but like love came into the picture and someone tried to stop it or control it and said, well, this isn't happening to me, or I'm not ready. So someone basically, like I said, got cold feet and backed out. But there is a need. I feel like with the Temperance, this is something that has been spiritually aligned. There's a need to recognize why something is. I don't know why I felt like someone had like a sports car. I don't normally see white sports cars, but I am getting kind of like a white sports car. Okay, so with the Death card, is clarified the Five of Wands. I feel like whatever blockages there were will come to an end. Whatever frustrations there were, if there was some sort of power struggles or some sort of war type energy going on, I feel like that is something that it has to cease. It's like enough of that. Yeah. It's like it's time to move forward with something. I feel like you're also needing patience for something. You're being prepared to say goodbye to how things have been going, to how things are normally done. Maybe it's your living situation. Like I said, maybe it's your job. If it's a love situation, I almost feel like someone is having to say goodbye to the past before moving forward. There's a lot of things to discuss, a lot of things to think about. I also feel like you may be trying to figure out, is something for you? Is something worth time and effort? Will it be worth it? Will it pay off? And then about those business changes too. You might be changing the name of it. Or you might just be changing your business, period. I feel like someone has had an awakening. Someone has had some sort of clarity about their purpose. So because maybe you now have clarity about your purpose, you know what you need to do now, but which includes having to say goodbye to something the way it used to be. Let me see what is also going on with Temperance here. Temperance, I do see you guys learning. You're learning something. You're learning how to channel. You're learning how to manifest. You're learning how to connect with other people. Yeah, I see you guys have this opportunity. This is something, I also see Temperance as something spiritual, something sexual. Some people say Temperance is about like being chaste. I've never viewed it that way. However, I'm feeling like if that was the case, like you were trying to let that go, like say you were like, I'm trying to achieve enlightenment, or I want moksha, you know, I need to sacrifice, you know, sex in order to do that. I almost feel like Spirit is saying like, that's not your path. Like, unfortunately, maybe next lifetime you can be celibate or holy or whatever it is that you want to do, but that's not your path. Yeah, I feel like somebody got off course because they didn't trust the path or the direction, the way that things were going. This is another situation where you didn't listen to your first mind and you went with your second mind. And so you had to learn that, no, go with your first mind. Your first mind is always right. Yep, see the Tower? Intervene. Something intervenes the path that you were on. But you don't want to deal with it. It's something that you were afraid to face or deal with. You're like, no, I don't want it like this. I didn't want it to be this way. You're seeing some sort of messages too that you didn't want to see. You also could see you might find out now, for some of you, this could be some sort of bad news. Like you come to find out that your love interest has connected with someone else. And it's just like, oh, you know, I hate that this happened, but you needed to see it because you needed to understand that that wasn't your path. That's not the path that you were supposed to go on. Now, also, it could be that this is happening to you. So you might be connecting with someone, but someone at a distance so happens to see that maybe you had a relationship status change. Or they happen to see you out in public walking around with somebody holding hands. And it's just like, oh my God, like I didn't expect to see that. Or I didn't expect to have this type of reaction. I also get someone who is turned on by someone who they don't want to be turned on by. Someone is realizing that they are attracted to somebody and they didn't want to look at this person in that way. Yeah, but I mean, I feel like overall, you guys are, it's about making some sort of adjustments and putting the pieces back together in your life whether this is romantic or whether it is, you know, job related. I feel like there's a need for you to rebuild something that you were working on something. It looks like you put a lot of time and energy into something. You had all these plans and you tried to do it alone. He's trying to do something without his Empress. And he failed. You know, to put it, I don't mean to put it so harsh, but it just looks like he failed. But he was humbled by it, but he had to learn. You know, there's someone that the Emperor is supposed to be working with or connecting with to help him on his path. Now, I'm saying him, but you could be the Emperor too. You know, that could still be you. You tried to do something alone, go at something alone, but no, that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do this with a partner. I'm just going to briefly look at the Three of Pentacles. I also see someone who has the gift of jewelry making. I don't know if that's something that you've been wanting to do or if you thought about, but I see someone who is maybe going to be good at jewelry making, glass making, any type of sculpting, and even like mining. Like, have you guys ever seen people mine for a certain type of crystals and stuff? That might be what you do. You work in mining, or I don't want to say a rock quarry, but I am seeing somebody like in a quarry. I feel like this is going to be successful with you having to start over or redo something, whether it's a relationship or a job. I see it being successful. You're going to get like the support that's needed. You're going to get the support. You're going to get new followers. You're going to get recognition. This is something that is going to also increase your popularity. There's that jealous person again. Someone is going to be kind of spiteful or jealous. If you are in a partnership with someone and they start to become more successful than you, try to put that ego in check. Try to put that ego in check, because I see someone's ego maybe getting too big, or someone has a problem giving support to the other person when they start to shine. There might be a little jealousy, like someone's stealing my shine. Now, I just saw that in a situation with children. So if you're giving birth to a new child and you already have children at home, there could be some sort of acts of jealousy because they feel like the new baby is taking their shine. They're like, oh, the new baby is getting all the attention. This is even if you start a new relationship and you have children. The children might feel like, you know, mommy's giving that person all the attention, or daddy's giving that lady all the attention. So there's a need to keep the peace and make everybody happy. And it's going to be successful. Things are going to, you know, fall into place here. Someone is talking about relocating, traveling, or moving and starting over as well. So I feel like you guys are getting ready to, are headed towards some big changes within the next week or so. But yeah, I hope that gave you guys clarity. Hope that made sense. So let's go ahead and move on to deck number 3. I'm sorry, that B, I guess he's like, you know, stuck or dying. So sorry if you guys just hear that loud buzzing sound. Okay, we have the 10 of Coins, Devil, Empress, the World, man. Four of Coins, Five of Wands, Queen of Coins, and the Two of Swords. Okay. Immediately, I'm seeing you walking right into someone's trap. Someone is going to feel like they trapped you. I feel like someone has been playing a seduction game here. Could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be any sign, but this is the strongest one standing out. But I feel like someone feels like you are someone who they want. They've had their eye on you. And this person somehow traps you. The Empress. I'm looking at the Devil. Someone is like temptation, first off. But I notice how these two people are just binded here by chains next to the Empress. I don't know why, I just felt like somebody getting pregnant. Someone feels like they hold some sort of power over you some type of way. Or maybe this is the way you feel. You feel that you know how to seduce someone and trap them. I do feel like somebody walks into the other person's trap. And they're trying to act like they're innocent, or they're trying to act like they had nothing to do with it. So if this is in regards to a love situation, the other thing I'm getting to, this isn't going to be for everybody, but there is kind of like an outside influence, whether it's a third party or like a baby's mom, or if it is somebody's mother. I'm trying to figure out what this energy is that I'm getting. It's almost like you've been locked into a family. Now you are officially locked, trapped, or part of some sort of family. It could also be you're locked into some sort of contract where now you're making like all this money. I do feel like you're having financial security. You're having financial security, or you're having whatever it is that gives you security. If it's family that gives you security, you have it. If it's property that gives you security, like you purchasing some sort of property, whether it be commercial or personal, it's like you're trapped into this contract here, or this is something that is part of your karmic debt that you're having to repay here. I don't want to make it sound scary, although I know some of you are like, well, you already did. I don't mean to make it sound scary, but it does look like this is part of an agreement, and someone tried to escape their karma, someone tried to run away, but it's just like you can't escape what you're here for. I feel like I'm seeing this more so on, like a spiritual level. You were lured by someone's physical appearance, or your earthly desires have you bound at this point. I feel like you did not want that to happen. You did not want to get overly involved in material things. Maybe you really wanted to keep spirituality going. And not saying that that's not going to happen, but there's something that you desire that keeps you earthbound. That you need to, you'll break free from it once you experience it, because I do see you being released here with the World. But it's like you feel like this is something that you need to do. And then you're okay with letting go of it. But it's like, I gotta have it first. I gotta explore this, or I gotta experience this earthly pleasure. So I'm viewing this as you being some sort of angel, or, you know, I do consider us being, you know, higher beings or spirits having a human experience, and this is part of your human experience. Maybe you forgot that. So if you felt like you were trying to be super spiritual, blah, 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 it's just like, no, you forgot. You wanted to experience this as a human. This is part of the course. This is part of your human lesson, you know, on this earth. So you're living it out. Then after you live it out, you'll be released from that karmic energy here. Now, going back to a mundane level, you might be getting involved with someone who has some sort of codependency. Maybe this is someone who gets very codependent, obsessive in relationships. Maybe you're getting involved with someone who has a baby's mom. So this person is always part of the family. It might not necessarily be an affair, although it could be. Be careful, because sometimes the Empress be that side piece. You know, especially when we got the Ten of Coins here. This is something that's been established. And then here she is on a side. Because this person can't resist. They're like, I can't escape my desire for this person. I have to have you. Shut up, B. Yeah, so on a mundane level, it could be that. But like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be the side piece. It could, like I said, just be that you become part of someone's family, because now, you know, the baby mama, she's going to always be a part of the family, or the baby's father. And now maybe you are ending up having a baby too, or maybe you are just getting married to this person. It comes with stuff. It comes with this person's going to have a large family. This person might even come from a family that is well off, that has some sort of reputation for something. You also could be getting involved with a family that has a reputation for making their money through ways that are not traditional, ways that are secret, ways that are crooked, ways that are not kosher. So whether it's a mob person, whether it's a drug dealer, whether it's someone who makes money from porn, or who works in an industry some type of way, any type of industry where there's, you know, a lot of seduction and lust and things of that sort going on. Or, you know, like I've said before, even like the medical field can be that type of industry, because a lot of people are codependent. So if you get involved with a doctor or a nurse, you know that this person, people always depend on them for their assistance. You can even look at this as a holistic way. You know, you can be a holistic healer, and there are always people coming to them for some sort of healing. I need a reading. I need some herbs. I need some essential oils. I need a massage. I need my chakras cleared. So you're dealing with someone too that maybe, or this could be your energy, you know, you just deal with people who need you, especially in regards to health, That could be something standing out. Now, speaking of health, please also be careful. Make sure that you're honest with each other, because devil and Venus, you know, that sometimes that might be something that needs to be discussed. You know, are you okay? What are we working with here? You know, what's going on? Let's talk. So there needs to be an open conversation about, you know, someone's sexual history. And please don't go panicking and getting scared. I'm not saying, you know, that this person has something, but I'm just saying be honest about the sexual history. Do I feel a bee on my butt? Oh my God, I'm so paranoid. What is that? I don't think it's anything, but jeez. Okay, something else I was getting here. Yeah, like even like I was saying, if it's some sort of job, you might have to relocate for a job here with the world. Even though this is supposed to be for a week, this might be something that goes extended out until, and we just started summer. So this could be something that extends out until fall even. The possibility of relocating or someone coming to move in with you. It's something about this energy that's really heavy, and I'm going to clarify it. But I also get here again with the Four of Coins. This is also about someone feeling like they don't want to let go, feeling like they have something very valuable, someone who doesn't want to share their possessions with other people. And I know you're not like material or a possession, but somebody might be viewing you that way. You might be dealing with someone who's very jealous. You might be dealing with someone who's been hiding a certain side of themselves, and you don't know, you don't recognize who you're getting involved with until they move in or until you get married. That's another thing. This actually could even be marriage. I will say that whoever is in a picture, if you're in a romantic way, this might be something that is actually long term. Somebody might be like, the search is over. I found the one. Let me clarify the devil since it's so scary. We definitely have strong Capricorn energy coming out. Ooh, the Lovers tried to fall out. Somebody might be like, I choose you. Know what you in for. I used to have an ex that used to be like, you ready for me? Oh my God. Nutcase. I'm also getting extreme jealousy. Someone is going to feel like you stole their job from them. You stole the position that they wanted. You stole their man or woman from them. Someone's going to be very upset with you and your success or your marriage. Something's coming out on a full moon. Okay, so I see the devil. Again, is being clarified by the Empress. So, and with this next to this extended family card, so for some of you, now this also could be you getting involved in a taboo situation, or majority of people would view it as something taboo. This is something very alluring. This is temptation. Somebody is like, I can't resist you. I can't stay away from you. I have to have you. I have to have you. You have to stay here with me. Somebody's going to get very possessive of you. And see? Somebody's going to get you pregnant. I'm sorry. I see it. That's someone's whole intentions or their whole plan is to get you knocked up. I even feel like it would go to the point of sabotaging birth control. Because this person is really adamant about extending their family name, or, you know, extending their seed. Someone's been watching you obsessively as well, unless it's you. You might be the person obsessively watching someone. You've been studying someone. It's not even so much of a spying. It's more so someone trying to learn your routine, learn your behavior. You also could have been doing a lot of research about your family. I see a lot of research being done. Could be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Man, yeah. We have some sort of spiritual contract between two people. Something, the star is showing that you're going to receive whatever you've been praying for, though. With the justice, with it being next to the justice card, it's like justice is served. You know, this is what you asked for. This is what you get. This is what you signed up for. So everything you've been praying for and manifesting, I feel like that your prayers are being answered. This is something that you're being gifted. I also feel like this is that spiritual contract, the spiritual agreement. This is something, a document that was already signed in the heavens. I really feel like it's a match made in heaven, even though it sounds scary. I think you're in a love, the love situation part just keeps jumping out at me. I mean, this can be for jobs, but especially you signing some sort of new job contract, or you starting some sort of, even if you start your own business, it's like either your client or you get a sponsorship that locks you into a contract. Romantically, it's a jealous lover, someone who's very controlling, very possessive, very overprotective. I also feel like like I said, that you're going to be dealing, you know, on a the most positive energy I can pull out of this is that this is more so about your job occupation. You deal with people who are very dependent on you. Boy, I feel like because so many messages were coming out, I want to clarify everything, but I don't want to take up too much time. Let me look at the Ten of Coins really quickly. Now, see, the Ten of Coins, I just heard official, something becoming official, permanent, established. Somebody may be moving into your home, or you may be moving into someone's home. Again, like I said, someone's going to be very guarded or jealous. Someone has already made some sort of decision, and documents are going to be signed. You might be going into business. You might be starting a home, work from home business. You could be unaware of something that has been taking place behind your back or in secret. Like maybe you didn't even know that someone was in town. Maybe you didn't even know that someone had planned on pursuing you. Something also may be happening by the 4th of July. Something may get confirmed, or whoever's birthday is personal to you this month. There could be something significant happening on someone's birthday between now and next week. Let me look at the world. Yeah, you're getting ready to start a new life. Okay, so this could be strong for earth and air energies. Starting, don't get me wrong, this it could be moving on, but to me, I'm getting more so starting something together. See, somebody is trying to trap you. Somebody can't stop thinking about you. See, they planned it. Somebody been planning this all along. Somebody's kind of like laughing to themselves about what they're planning, what they're doing, what they found out. Someone's really proud about something that they did. Now, also just for you, I still, with the 9 of Cups, I still feel like you're going to be happy too. I'm not getting worry or anxiety. I apologize if I'm making it seem so stressful. I feel like whatever anxiety is happening is going to come to an end, because now something is a sure thing. Something's established. I have a call, but I'm about finished. Hold on. All right, guys, sorry that I got interrupted. That kind of took away my flow that I was having going on. But I was saying too that overall it looks like the world is like overcoming some sort of obstacles. If there were any anxieties, I feel like that is something that, you know, someone will overcome. It does just overall look like there's a new beginning for you, and I feel like there's a new foundation that is being laid out here. Something is becoming more solidified, and I also feel like there's some sort of secret coming out too on the next full moon. I did not check and see when the next full moon is, but I feel like there's going to be a secret that comes out. I'm going to just briefly close out by looking at the 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Coins. There's a need for you to start saving up your finances too. Yeah, something is being locked in, something is being secured, something is being solidified. That is either relationships, this new job. If you're an entrepreneur, something is solidifying or being established. Someone is coming out of their shell and out of their comfort zone as well. Yeah, whatever someone was withholding, I feel like that's coming to an end. I feel like something is kind of like groundbreaking too. This is more so the 4 of Pentacles was someone was hiding something, hiding how they feel. Maybe someone had some sort of control issues. It just looks like whatever that energy was is now closing out, and there is a new foundation being established here. Someone also could have been hiding the fact that, you know, they were grieving or that they missed you. So yeah, just be prepared for some sort of secrets to come out, or you might be the one revealing some sort of secrets. So anyway, you guys, I hope that has helped. I hope it resonated. Please feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Many blessings to you all.